BJP MP Sushil Modi has made a controversial statement when he opposed same-sex marriage inside the Rajya Sabha today. During 0 hour, Sushil Modi claimed that legalization of same-sex marriage is unacceptable as it would cause complete havoc with a delicate balance of personal laws in the country. He also said that the two judges cannot decide on such an important social issue which warrants exhaustive debate in Parliament and in the society at large. This was opposed by opposition parties, who then asked if that is the stand of the BJP. To speak more on that, I am being joined by Mr. Modi. Really appreciate your time. Thank you so much, sir. Sushil Modi ji, you are being called homophobic because 2018, the Apex Court had overturned a colonial era law which decriminalized homosexuality. Are we not going back in time by the stand that you have taken in the Rajya Sabha today?
As far as I know, that government has already filed a counter affidavit in the Parliament, in the Supreme Court,
yes,
opposing the same-sex marriage. See, decriminalizing same-sex is one thing and marriage is another thing. So, Government of India, as far as I know, they have opposed. It has appeared in the papers also, and I have seen the copy of some of the part of the affidavit also. So they see, Mara Shakil, in the Indian society, either Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai, and no personal law will allow such kind of marriage. So such marriage should not be given any legal sanctity. Say marriage is a sacrosanct thing, and it is against the cultural ethos, our traditions, our customs, our rituals. So staying together of same-sex people is one thing.
Okay.
But granting them a legal status is entirely different thing. And it is a lot of implications also. Because most of the law, like Divorce Act, like the Succession Act, Adoption, Domestic Violence Act, there are more than 2 dozen of acts in which marriage has been prescribed or described as a union between biological man and biological women. So I don't think we should copy of what is happening in America. Even in America, only last week they have enacted a legislation, the Senate and the House of Representatives, they have given their consent. And it is only in 32 countries. Even in the Asia, only Taiwan has recognized.
That's right.
Even a G7 country like Japan, they have not recognized it till yet. So we should not be in a hurry. We should also look after the sentiments of the people of this country also.
Okay, let me give you a figure here, sir. There are 32 countries which have legalized same-sex marriage. And most of these countries have legalized it via legislation, and some have done through court decisions. So, at a time when the world is embracing homosexual couples in a legal way, then why should India not move in that direction?
Now, say, right to live together is one thing, and granting a legal status is an entirely different thing. And say, why only 32 countries have legalized, and why not any Asian country apart from Taiwan have legalized till now? So the Asian culture is entirely different from the Western culture or some other continent culture. So I personally feel, and I've talked to a lot of parliamentarians also, it should be debated threadbare, and it should not be that two judges sitting in the Supreme Court, they pass an order and they say we legalize this, we legalize this same-sex marriage. So nothing should be carried in a hurry, and it should be debated at length. And I personally feel that it should not be legalized at any cost.
Okay. One view is, since you are convinced that it should not be legalized, that depriving same-sex couple right to marry would actually mean that they cannot also have a child, because adoption and other process requires them to go through that legal process of marriage.
See, this is not a fundamental right. And even this Navjot Johar case,
yes,
it is a case of privacy, but it is not a fundamental right. So it is not the fundamental right that they claim that granting citizenship, granting this legal status to marriage, same-sex marriage. So they don't have any, it is not a fundamental right. And even under section 21 of the Indian Constitution, So union is one thing, but granting legal status is an entirely different thing. So I don't think any political party will take a stand on this issue. There may be a personal opinion of some member of parliament, but the government of India has taken a stand in the Supreme Court itself.
Okay. Let me ask you the last question here, sir. In the 3 petitions before the Supreme Court, the couples have argued that without recognition of being married, they have been denied rights such as which are linked to medical process of adoption or even simpler things. Don't you think that will make their life difficult, even more difficult, if they are not legally seen as couple?
Now see, I can't imagine. I'm considered one of the most progressive people in this country, but I can't imagine how a husband and a wife in the domestic violence, in all the acts also, everywhere it is a husband and a wife. So we can't imagine the 2 male persons living together and being granted as a legal status, 2 women staying together. Staying together is one thing. But granting a legal status, what will happen to the children? The children require the affection of a mother. The children require the patronage of father. So where is the father? Where is the mother? Even if the father is there, there is no mother. And even if you hire some other lady to look after the children, it is entirely different kind. That kind of feeling that can't be generated by a stepmother or some other women looking after the children. So it is very natural that husband and wife, and it's a 100,000-year-old tradition.
Okay.
I am surprised how such things are coming up in India also. So this is a Western thought and some left liberal thought which are trying to influence even the courts.
All right, Sushil Modi, always a pleasure to speak to you. Thank you so much for your time. Of course, this is going to be debated in Parliament very soon. That's all from me. Thanks so much for watching.